County Crossing has come a long way. The settlers no longer sleep in that rusty old shed, and the guard station now keeps watch so everyone can rest easy. Although news of County Crossing's growth has brought in new settlers, it's also attracting unwanted attention. We need more shelter for the newcomers and stronger defenses to keep enemies at bay. The settlement's layout makes defense tricky. County Crossing is a wide rectangle with attack points on 3 sides. We've already secured the west corner with structures and turrets, but the other sides still remain vulnerable. That's where today's build comes in. We'll be constructing a large bunkhouse, big enough to house the incoming settlers and strong enough to serve as a defensive barrier closing off the northeast access. The goal? Use strategic building, not junk walls, to make this settlement both livable and secure. Additional security will also be added to the north corner to further protect from attacks. And this is just the beginning. In future builds, the east corner will be fortified with a Brahmin farm and pasture, while a guarded marketplace will anchor the opposite side, turning County Crossing into a thriving, defensible hub. And of course, all without mods or glitches. So let's dive in and start building. Before starting, I decreased the size bar to the amount shown here on the screen. I started laying the foundations near the shed, tucked just behind the shrubs that can't be scrapped. The bunkhouse itself is 5 foundations wide and 2 deep, and can also be built in other settlements. Don't worry too much about placing foundations exactly the same as mine. The important thing is to leave yourself some room to expand. In a future build, we'll be adding a Brahmin pen and pasture to the right of the house, so setting the bunkhouse closer to the shed gives you more space for that. I used the shack foundations with the concrete base. Line it up with the settlement boundary, but be sure to leave a space between the boundary and the foundation. This will ensure that walls will be able to snap to the foundations across the back of the house. Adjust the height of the foundations to cover the shrubs. Place 5 foundations long and 2 deep. If needed, randomize the wood pattern by rotating a few of the tiles. Now add walls. Snap 2 solid walls on the side and 4 along the back. Snap half walls around the perimeter of the last foundations on the right. This area will become a bathroom for the settlers. Across the front, snap a wall with windows, a door frame, and 2 more window walls. For the second floor, I'm using the shack floor to match the wood on the first floor. Make sure that you are using the shack floor and not the upper floor. There's a little trick to using shack floors with the barn walls. They won't snap into a corner, only to a single wall. So to fix this, remove the barn walls that form the corner and snap on the floors. Snap 4 floors across the front and 2 on the back. We'll be adding stairs on the back right side, so snap 3 small floors in the center and then 1 on the right back corner. Make sure that you have the floorboards aligned correctly before you replace the walls, or you will have to remove the walls again to rotate the floors. Replace the walls and snap the stairs to the small corner floor. We're now ready to build the second floor. On the side opposite from the stairs, snap 2 half walls across the back, the side, and the front. Finish the front by adding 2 triangular wall pieces. This will give us the trim detail on the front of the house. Fill the space with the inverted triangle piece shown here. I want to add window half walls on top, but walls won't snap to the inverted triangle pieces. To solve this, snap on the walls of your choice across the back and side of the house. The half wall can then snap to the side wall across the front. On the half wall side, snap a roof from front to back. Fill the space above the roof with the inverted triangle piece. However, this piece won't snap if the wall is already in place, so temporarily remove the wall, snap on the piece, and then replace the wall. Snap a roof above the remaining half of the house, oriented side to side across the opening. Fill in the remaining openings with triangular pieces. And finally, add a railing of your choice around the stairs. Back down on the first floor, snap a roof above the lean-to. Fill in the sides with triangular pieces. Add 2 doorways, a half wall, and a triangular piece to create 2 small rooms. Now that the structure is complete, let's add a porch. Snap 2 shack foundations with a support post to the front right side of the house. You may need to move some of the mute fruit plants if they are in the way. Snap a shack wall to the side of the foundation. Make sure it is a shack wall and not a warehouse wall. Snap on 2 shack roofs with the apex in the middle. Make sure to use the roof with the shorter center. The cement posts won't slide under the roof with the taller center. Add stairs, railings, and cement posts. And that's it. The house is complete. Now for the fun. Let's decorate. Before decorating, I decreased the size bar again to the level shown. I'm going to use the area under the stairs as a kitchen. To avoid conflicts later, place rugs and wall hangings before placing the furniture. Although the stovepipes can easily be rug glitched through the walls, they can also be hidden by the metal wall cabinet to keep it glitch-free. I replaced the wood foundations in the lean-to with cement floors from the barn tab. I like these a little bit better for a bathroom floor. I'm using the main area just inside the door as a sitting area for the settlers to relax after a long day working in the settlement. Upstairs, I'm setting up a bunk area for 4 more settlers. This is a very large area and could definitely accommodate more than 4 settlers if you need more space. To finish off the second floor, a pool table is added to fill the open space. On the porch, a bench and some lighting is added. To finish the house, doors are added to the front entrance and to the bathrooms. Off camera, I'll add junk items to give the house a lived-in look for the tour at the end of this video. Power to the settlement was upgraded to a fusion core generator. It can be slid into the shed without using any glitches. The power connector will extend through the roof, making connections to the settlement very easy. Power connectors were added on the outside of the house between the first and second floors to provide power to both floors. 2 additional power connectors were added to the front bottom of the house to provide power to the porch. Finally, defenses were shored up between the 2 houses by adding walls and additional turrets. We'll see more details during the tour. Stepping inside, settlers are greeted with a place to finally sit down and relax after a long day working in the settlement. The living space doubles as a gathering spot, perfect for parties or for just grabbing a quick snack in the kitchen, which is stocked with all the Commonwealth favorites. Heading upstairs, you'll find the real gem. A pool table, a definite favorite with the settlers. My only question is, how did they get it up here? Never mind, I probably really don't want to know. The bunk area is cozy but practical. Each resident has a bed and just enough space to store a few personal belongings. A reminder that even in the wasteland, people can find little ways to make a small space feel like home. Outside, new water pumps are safeguarded by cement walls along the north corner. The settlers have lined both the front and side of this corner with turrets, providing adequate security from enemies approaching from this side. With the bunkhouse finished, the settlers can rest a little easier and defend themselves a lot more. But County Crossing is still growing and more challenges lie ahead. In the next build, we'll take another step toward turning the settlement into one of the best and safest settlements in the Commonwealth. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by and I look forward to next time.